Hey guys, so my name's Adam if this is your first time here, and if it's not, you'll probably be happy to see that I finally got around to cutting my hair. Not really sure why everybody was so upset about what my hairstyle was, but yeah, I finally got a haircut, not because of the comments, but because I just thought I needed to get it cut shorter. With that out of the way though, today we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters. This is a SourceFed Nerd Movie Club submission, and it's also a pick for We Are Movie Club. This is Backsorn's pick. Backsorn, also known as Dominic. Go check him out if you haven't already, because he's a great guy. So this week, well, first I want to get into. I don't want to get into the movie without mentioning Harold Ramis passed away. I'm sure everybody knows that. This is really sad news. You know, obviously I didn't know him, but he was sort of an iconic character in my childhood. He was Egon. Growing up in the 80s, Ghostbusters were sort of a big part of my life. So it is really sad, and as you get older, you realize that he played a big part in a lot of other things. You know, when I was college age, he was in Orange County, which was, you know, a movie that was a big part of my life then, and of course he was in SCTV, and he was part of National Lampoons, and wrote a lot of things and starred in a lot of other things. So it really is sad to hear this news. Now, Ghostbusters, this is a sci-fi, it's sort of a sci-fi comedy, really sort of hard to describe, and I think that's what's really great about it, is it's one of those really original movies that really did well. The movie is based on a 1975 TV series of the same name, but it has basically no resemblance to it. The TV show's about two guys and a gorilla, you know, chasing ghosts, and this is four guys, you know, a lot different. Despite that, though, they still do have to pay licensing fees to the original, you know, the show with the original name. At least they choose to. So this movie, I haven't met a person that doesn't love this movie. It's one of the really great movies, and like I said, it just happened to have come out in my childhood. What was great about it though is also the spin-offs, all the cool, you know, video games and TV series. That show, the TV series, the cartoon, was probably my first favorite cartoon as a kid. It was like Scooby-Doo and the X-Files combined, and it was awesome, and it never got old. There was always something new in that show, a new ghost, or even, you know, I can't count the amount of times they fought the Boogeyman, which was always awesome. As far as the movie, if you haven't seen it, you've got to go check this out. From what I hear, I've read on the internet that, like, most of the lines in this movie are improvised, and that's probably why they were so good. If you watch this movie, there's so many quotable, cool lines that are set in it, and that's really the charm of the movie. As far as a theme, I had a hard time picking one out. I think that the best that you could get out of it is that no matter how serious the situation is, you can still get away with not taking it seriously, or there's always a way to get out of it without getting too worked up. I guess. I mean, you know, they all lose their job at a university, and they go into business for themselves. And it's not really a big deal, despite the fact that, you know, Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis are freaking out. You know, the hero of the story, Bill Murray, is just like, oh, relax, I got this. We'll just mortgage your house. It's not a big deal. You know, they're up against the apocalypse, and it's like, we got this. Still not serious enough to stop making one-liners or jokes the entire way through. But, I mean, I guess the same could be said about just about any comedy. That's pretty much the best message that I got out of it, though. My favorite part of the movie is the opening with Bill Murray, where he's holding up the cards and he's clearly cheating to impress the girl and, you know, pick her up, and the other guy's getting all mad and getting zapped. Really fun stuff, really cool introduction to the character, did a great job. And all the character introductions with Egon coming in, and he's like, remember that time you tried to carve a hole in your own head? And his response is, yeah, that would have worked if you didn't stop me. Just really cool introductions to the characters. Everything about this movie was just well done. Special effects, it's, what, like 30 years later, and they're great. They're not terrible, but they're great. I mean, they're not amazing, but they're not terrible. The special effects, I think, hold up pretty well. They're not, they don't stick out in this as being dated or anything like that. So with that said, I think this movie was great. If you haven't seen it, you've got to check it out. The other thing I wanted to mention on the subject of hair is Egon. If you ever watched that cartoon, none of the characters looked anything like the actual counterparts in the movie, but Egon's hair, it always looked like there was a fajita in it or something. Like, who thought that was what the guy looked like? I don't know, that always bugged me as a kid. He just had this, that I don't know where that came from. It looked like he had a fajita in his hair. But anyway, if you haven't seen this movie, go check it out. Great movie, awesome. I mean, it's one of the classics, so what are you waiting for? Go check it out. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.